So do you have any pet peeves, like when it comes to words? My biggest pet peeve right now is the word anyways. And I understand that we're like using that as like a slang thing, and anyways is like a different way of saying anyway to sort of down. But it's still, for me, it's not like a word, and it bothers me. And now it's used so much that my phone, when I am typing out anyway, corrects to anyways, which is not a word that I ever use. And it's just all that. Anyway, pet peeves actually do have a little bit of something to do with today's video. And I'm going to tell you what that pet peeve is today in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 291 of 365 days of soap. And yeah, we are actually exploring, I guess continuing to explore, one of my pet peeves. One of my pet peeves in the soaping world is just, in general, people saying things with no real backing behind it, right? Like, things tend to just exist and continue to exist in the soaping world that don't make any sense. And recently, what was it? I don't remember what forum it was, but recently somebody asked the question about coffee grounds in soap. Do you use fresh grounds or, old used coffee grounds? And everybody was like, oh no, only used, only used, only used, only use used, only use used. And I'm like, I mean, have you used it the other way? What happens? And a couple people did say, well, it can discolor your soap. And that's true. That is an accurate statement. If you have the fresh coffee grounds, it can sort of start seeping from the coffee ground itself and sort of discolor your soap. But the used coffee grounds do that too. And so I had to make the chocolate espresso today for a wholesale account. And so I thought, hey, why not show you what I do or what happens with fresh coffee grounds and talk more about that and why some things in the soaping world should just stop because you can't do it this way. But I'm going to do it this way and we're going to see what happens. So let's go check that out. Now, this is like interesting in that I'm doing like a whole video just on one FAQ, but I think that's because I get this question asked so often, and it is do you use fresh or used coffee grounds in your coffee soaps? For me, I use fresh, as you can see right there. I'm putting them in, all fresh, not used. Now, the reason behind using grounds that have already been used is because they can start to weep and discolor the bar. But for me, and I'm actually using a batch of the chocolate espresso that I make for one of my wholesale accounts, to show you this whole thing. For me, I do a very dark coffee colored bar for almost all of my coffee soaps anyway. And so the discoloration does not matter to me. So I don't go through the extra step of like saving my coffee grounds, although that's kind of cool because you can reuse coffee grounds, but you can reuse coffee grounds in like a compost. You can do all kinds of things with coffee grounds. So I mean, do that. And I use fresh grounds. That's the answer there. Now, for another question that I get asked is, does coffee make the lather smaller. And yeah, it can, for sure. And so for that reason, my oil blend is different. I use a lot of big bubblers for this to combat the, you know, potentiality to have a sparse lather, because nobody wants that, for sure. And for this recipe, 50% of the batch is actually coconut oil and 10% is castor. And then the remaining 40% is olive oil and rice bran. And the only reason I'm using rice bran right now is because I don't actually have any canola. So it's rice bran is similar to olive oil and canola, or olive oil and castor or canola oil in performance and soap. So that's what's in this particular batch. So 60% big bubblers, and then the 40% of the olive and the rice bran to make sure it's still moisturizing and not overly cleansing, which means drying, really. That's what that cleansing number means. And yeah, so for this, I actually just pour out a little bit that I don't want the coffee grounds to go into for the top of it, and then everything just goes in the pot at the same time and gets colored with the beautiful cappuccino mica. Cappuccino mica. Words! They're cool! And yeah, so the discoloration does not impact. Now, another question, do you run your oils through or your coffee grounds through a secondary grind so they're less scratchy? I don't, because an exfoliating bar is an exfoliating bar, and I quite like the scrub. It does depend on what kind of grounds you get, though. If you get grounds that are just sort of like rough cuts, then yeah, you might want to do that. But for me, all the coffee grounds I get, they're pretty finely ground already anyway. So we go with that. Let's check out this pour and we'll talk more about coffee. Now, another question I get a lot about coffee bars is it a de-smell 'em bar? And yeah, it is. So if you just cut up a whole bunch of garlic and you have that smell on your hands, use a coffee soap and just wicks it all away. It's nice. It's good. Yes, for sure. Another question I get asked about coffee soaps is it, do you get the nice caffeine kick for, like, cellulite purposes? And that's a dangerous place to go with soap in and of itself, because here's the thing, soap is not curative, soap does not treat things. The things that you put into it can help with any manner of, whatever. But for this particular instance, even with using the coffee grounds, yeah, the caffeine is not really enough to survive all of this. Now, if you use brewed coffee, which you can also do in place of your water in your lye solution, you can totally use brewed coffee, then that can, for sure. But the best way to ensure that you're getting that caffeine kick for, tightening purposes or, whatever, is to put an extract in, which you can do. This particular soap does not have that because that's not what it's built for. But again, these sorts of things, it's not a great idea, especially in the US, but I think really worldwide, to ever start saying that your soap treats X, Y, or Z, right? I mean, we all know that really kind of nothing treats cellulite. Like, we know that, right? And so any gimmicky products that we buy saying that it treats cellulite, we know going in that that's not the case. None of it. Not the it works, not green tea, not any of the stuff. I mean, it can temporarily, lots of things can temporarily firm your skin to give less bumps and all the things. And so, for that reason, I do actually use a coffee bar right before I put on. I know that I'm going to wear a short skirt or short shorts or whatever, just to get everything, extra tight or whatever. But that's more just to make me feel better about getting into shorts. In actuality, a soap containing caffeine, well, it's not going to do much, right? Because it's not a leave-on product. It's a rinse-off product. Now, if you were using it like really dutifully and like scrubbing your body, or you're using like a coffee scrub or whatever, yeah, that'll help. But really what's helping with all of it is the actual motion of doing the exfoliation and the massage, essentially. And so it's helping with circulation. So it's dangerous territory for soapers to get into, and I don't recommend any soaper really ever gets into that too terribly much. Your soap is not meant to be curative, and
it's a rinse off product. So I do have some of my soaps that are actually ran through the appropriate channels to be considered a cosmetic, but it's a huge pain in the butt to do it. Some of my products are ran through to be considered a cosmetic, but it's a huge pain in the butt to do it, A. And for soap, I don't think it's worth it because, again, rinse off product. For your leave-ons, sure. For things like bath bombs, like CBD bombs and things like that, sure. But for soap, no. But if you want the caffeine to stick, again, use coffee in actual liquid form in place of your distilled water, or put a caffeine extract in. And this guy is ready to get seat popped, so we can cut it and check out the inside of the bar and all of the awesome things. Now, I didn't actually talk about like the scent blend with this guy. This particular guy is a chocolate espresso, so lots of coffee, lots of chocolate, lots of awesome. And those bars are so shiny and beautiful and a little light in color on the bottom, but that's okay because of the chocolate espresso blend that actually has a lot of vanillin in it. It will discolor and go to a nice dark brown. But as you can see, it's very close to a dark brown anyway. So it's all good. Now the cool thing about these bars, because it's 50% coconut oil in these, they actually firm up reasonably quickly. So if you don't get a stamp to them within a day or two, you're gonna have a tough time getting it in. So yes, that. And yeah, no, I mean, coffee soaps in general, I love them. I love coffee soaps because I love the smell of coffee. And also I love scrubbies. And also I love caffeine. And so, yes, you can do all of those things with coffee soaps, and you can do them in any number of ways. You do not have to use used coffee grounds for your soaps. Fresh coffee grounds are fine and great, and actually easier for me, right? Because I'm at the shop and I don't actually make coffee at the shop, so I don't ever have used coffee grounds there. And even if I did, I'm always real weird about putting that in soap. I don't know why, but I am. So yeah, fresh coffee grounds. There's a lovely, it's beautifully dispersed throughout the bottom of that bar there. Very, very good scrubby bar for that. And I think I used 2 tablespoons for this in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pound batch is what that ended up being. So 2 or 3 tablespoons is what I put into this. So a little goes a long way, and it becomes a really delightfully scrubby, awesome bar of coffee soap, and it smells like coffee, and it's awesome, and it wakes you up in the morning because aromatherapy is a thing. Even if it's not essential oils, your brain does cool things with it. So yeah, for sure. But these particular soaps, they are, again, they are for a wholesale account. This is something I kept in my line for a very long time, and it's now discontinued because, you know, reasons. And I love making this one. It's a very stunning, simple design, and it looks, you know, absolutely gorgeous, and it has the coffee grounds and the exfoliating, and that's what it looks like when it's fully cured out there. So, you know, that's cool. Nice and dark, and totally works with all of the things. And yeah, that is day 291, all things coffee soap related.
And there they are, the chocolate espresso bars with fresh coffee grounds. Now, for the most part, I only use fresh coffee grounds in everything that I make coffee related, because weirdly, the used coffee grounds, they kind of ick me out, and that's just completely a personal preference. It means nothing if you use that in your soaps. It's completely fine. But for me personally, I'm like, no, I'm gonna go fresh. And so I go fresh. But also the secondary problem with all of that and like actually having access to used coffee grounds, I don't at the shop. I don't have a coffee pot at the shop. So it has to be a bag of fresh. And so that's what I do. And as you can see, nothing crazy happens. And yes, that is the fresh or used coffee grounds. You can go either way. And really you're going to have the same result as far as the exfoliation goes, as well as far as the caffeine kick and all those things go, because within the coffee grounds themselves, they're not really going to disperse a whole lot of caffeine kick. If you're wanting that, you do need to put an extract into your products. And even then, it's a rinse off product, saponification, all of the things. It's a toss up as to whether or not that'll actually survive. So I hope you guys had some fun today and learned something, or, you know, had some fun today. Whatever, I sure did. I always love making the chocolate espresso for sure. The big bright coffee smell always makes me super happy and motivated and keeps me going for the rest of the day. So that was awesome. If you're interested in chocolate espresso bars, you can't actually get them from me anymore. I discontinued them in my line, but these are available at T-Town Tacoma. So you can totally go pick it up at her shop. And I'm actually, as I'm saying this, realizing T might be T-E-A, like drinking tea, spilling tea. It's T, like the letter T, Town, Tacoma. I'll put it down below. And then you can check her out. Yes, if you are interested in more soapy antics and seeing what we get up to for the rest of the 365 Days of Soap project, subscribe to the channel. That would be cool. For those of you who have subscribed, hey, thank you. You're awesome and cool. Thank you so much for joining me for another round of 365 Days of Soap. I'm out of here for today. I'm a super fast talker right now because I made coffee soap and now I'm wired. And so I'm going to go like run around the block and calm down. So I'll see you guys all again tomorrow after I've done so. Bye.